I think like it's extremely important to get into the habit of being able to express yourself, especially like when you are feeling things that, just an emotion just comes up. If you always dealing with a negative emotion, for example, a person that the most common emotion that they feel is always anger, and they get to this point where throughout any part of the day they just feel a wave of anger rushing over them, or people that deal with depression and sadness, they feel a wave of depression or sadness washing over them. And it all comes down to like they start reminiscing on on things that happened in their past, and it's like, why is this there? Why is this coming up again? It's like a ghost of your past trauma, your past experiences. And I myself, I felt that, I'm a person who hasn't had to deal with anger quite often, but because lately, growing up, getting older, there's a lot of things in my life that have warranted me getting angry, where out of nowhere I'll just feel this wave of anger and just dare say hatred. And I always question myself on why I feel it. And the more I try to confine it into a box and just deny that I'm feeling this thing, and the more I'm forcing to be calm about something, as much as yes, it's all from reminiscing and nostalgia, but the fact that it's an actual emotion being felt, and that really hit me today when I was like wondering, I was thinking about like, I haven't felt anger in a long time. I haven't been haunted by this emotion essentially for a couple of days, maybe up to 2 weeks. And then I really started to question myself, like, why is that my default reaction? And that's something that I've come to realize. Usually your default reaction to things has ties to a sense of self. For example, me, I literally only get angry when I'm frustrated and trying to figure something out, because I always had to try and figure it out. You understand what I'm saying? And also I find myself, I get angry when a person is offering to help me, but then they are still trying to figure out how they're going to help me. And it's like, it's actually interrupting my own personal flow where I was going to help myself. You understand? And I noticed that like that was a recurring thing that kept happening over and over and over, where I would always default to reacting in anger when somebody didn't do something the way I did it, didn't think of something the way I would. And it's like I'm doing it myself. And it comes back to the ghost, essentially the ghost that's haunting me would be the times in my life when I had to solve things myself and I wanted help and I wanted assistance, And I'm coming here and I'm saying this because I feel like a lot of people, it's not even I know a lot of people deal with this thing of they just feel a certain negative emotion wash over them for no reason. And they could be having a great time, they could be in the best time of their life, and it just appears, it's like, why am I feeling this? Why am I experiencing this? What I can say is like, it's what you were used to. I was having a discussion with someone that your default emotional reaction to things is always the emotion you're most used to utilizing to process things. It's not an emotion that you easily process, but it's the one that gets you moving through whatever's going on. People that experience anger, they always use anger as a motivator. People that experience sadness often highlights the reality. They were living in a fantasy land for some time, and whenever they feel sad and they go deep within their depression, that they start indicating, oh, these are the problems. Now, I think the biggest issue is a lot of the time as people, we get stuck in it. We get trapped in this emotion. In one of my earlier videos, I said emotions are just energy in motion. You need to always utilize it, even if it's weighing you down. And I think that's important, especially when you just have waves of negative emotions hitting you, but you know this, it's a recurring thing. That is an indication that there's something within you that isn't accepting this, that isn't aligning with this. Sometimes it's you easily give into despair. Other times that you feel wronged and you gotta take it out on someone. It's like it's not somebody else's problem to fix, it's yours. And whatever that may be, whether you easily just fall, oh, I'm disappointed in people. Like, why are you having such high expectations? You understand? I believe that I know as people, whatever ghost is haunting you, you need to know what it is, and you need to come to the grips that it's going to stay there for as long as you're not doing anything to address it.